Hello, students of Los Gatos or wherever in the world you are watching this. I hope you are well, and I'm coming at you with another riveting video on the two-slot gasket. All right, so I guess this is some sort of gasket with two slots. Okay, no problem. When I look at this, first of all, you are reading where to make this. Get that from your instructions, not from here. Your teacher has given you a set of instructions of where to make this and where to place it, and also how and where to turn it in. All right, so read those instructions carefully on how to do that. This is just how to make the part. All right. When you look at this, you got to do a little bit of game planning. All right. And here's your game planning. You're going to look at geometries. I am seeing circles. I am seeing a square with rounded edges, and I'm seeing slots. So, what would I make first? I believe I could make the rectangle first, or I could make the circles first. Either one would be okay. I believe I would make the slots later. I do see there's mirror symmetry, so perhaps if I made one slot and then I did a construction line, I could just mirror it on the other side. That would save time. Always try to game plan so you can make things as short as possible. So I think it's pretty arbitrary if I start with circles or the rectangle. I'm going to go ahead and start with circles, and I'm going to assume this is the origin because you always want to use symmetry when making this to make your life easier. So let's do that. I'm gonna have this pull us off to the side here so I can see it. Let me pause the video for a quick sec too. Okay, had to pause the video. I'm back here. Had to arrange something. So let's go and start to sketch. We'll do the sketch on the front plane. Second, I believe you also need to be in millimeters. So please make sure you are in millimeters, and that is all good. The sketch is already made. Let's go back and click that. Don't make another sketch. And let's look normal to the sketch. I believe N is a shortcut key, or you can also click on the front plane. Okay. So we are, sorry, we are going to make a circle of diameter 120, and this says radius because it's an arc. So I would make a circle of twice 95, which is 190, and then we'll trim those edges off. So 120 and 190. All right. So circle, and we have 120, and oops, well, that's fine. 190. All right, excellent. So I made those circles. I'm going to go ahead and make the rectangle here that is 350 wide by 120 tall. And that is going to also be centered at the origin. And I'm going to use the center point rectangle. That's going to help me out a lot. So when you click on the rectangle, you'll see that at the bottom here, this kind of lit up. Okay, so don't click anything yet, or that lit up, whatever you have lit up. So before you click on something, and then you don't have to go to dimension tool, just you can set the dimensions in right away. So the height's lit up, so I'm going to type in 120, and then it goes to the width. The width is still lit up, and I'm going to write 350 in there. All right, terrific. I'm going to hit escape to get out of that, and I'm going to drag my dimensions out of here to make my life simpler and make everything clean and organized so I can see what I'm working on. Okay, so we have that. What I could start doing is probably clearing out some of these lines using the trim tool here, and then I will make the slot feature right there. So let's go back to this, and it doesn't do that for me. Okay, so we're gonna use trim tool, and we're gonna take this one out and take that one out, that, and that. Terrific. I will, what's called fillet. Fillet is the term for in caddy for rounding off edges. I'm going to do that last. I will build um, the construction lines right here to make the slot tool, and that is right in the middle. And so I'm going to just build them and then dimension them in a little bit. And so let's see what it says. It says that is 2 times 50. What does a 2 times mean? It means use symmetry. Instead of putting a lot of, making this really busy with a lot of dimensions, putting 50 here and 50 here, it's saying that if you look at symmetry, then the other one is going to be 50, right? It's just trying to make it simple so you don't have to like write dimensions for everything. Here we got 4 times 20, radius 25. That means all of those are going to be 25. So it's going to be 50. Let's go back here, hit escape, And now I need to go to my dimension line and put this at 50. Second thing I need to do, I think there's a distance here to dimension this one. And so I'm going to click from here to here, drag that up out of the picture. And this one, I believe it's 25. It is 25. Terrific. That is black. That means it's fully constrained, both in the vertical because I line it with the origin, it's not going to go up and down. And because I set it horizontally, it's not going to move left or right. So that is perfectly constrained. Let's go ahead and use slot tool. And if you can't see it, click the down arrow and use that. And then click slot tool. And this is bringing up a dimension of 35, but it says on there 20. So click 20, 20. Good times. Loving it. And then you see the mouse is lit up. You're not done yet. You have to left click on it to say it's done, and then it's done. Also notice fully constrained. You got a diameter. It can't move up or down or in any direction. All right. What we'll do is we're going to mirror this to the same side. So I will escape out of the slot tool and draw a construction line. There's not one automatically built here, so you have to just do one. And so construction line is a line that is not seen, and you can just do it any size that is going through the origin. In fact, I'm going to make sure I go through the origin by starting there. So it doesn't need to be right in between. Okay, so we have a mirror plane right here. This X line, imagine it extends forever to infinity and beyond, just like Buzz Lightyear. Now we use the mirror tool, and if you remember correctly, first you must select a mirror line. And then you want to select the entities you want to mirror. Now you could select each one of these individually, or you could draw a square around which you want to mirror. And voila! That is so awesome. That is so cool. I just got my mind blown. That's amazing. All right, great. Where are we at here? Let's go back to the sketch. Looks pretty good. I believe we want to fillet these edges right here, and then we're done. So I'm going to show you guys the fillet tool, and the fillet tool is right here. Sketch fillet, Shift F if you want to do that. And it is pronounced fillet, believe it or not. I know the lean piece of meat is filet, and that is delicious, like a filet mignon. It's French, but this is weirdly pronounced fillet. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's do the fillet, and then go and have a filet mignon. So now let's bring it up of 20, and that's not what we want. We want 25. Boom. Okay, keep the fill tool open, and I believe it'll keep doing the size you originally had, 25. So again, left click, left click, left click. Oh my gosh, that is so great right there. All right. What else is asking? We have to set some dimensions here. So let's go ahead and dimension everything. That needs to be 60, but this is probably already set because this is tied to the middle. So I'm guessing that's already 60, but let's do 175. Radius of 95, we did that. Let's just check to see if everything is done. So we had 175 to the end. I believe that should already be set because half of 350 is 175. Okay, and notice that it turns gray. It's already, we already made that. And then it says that this should be 60, and I'm guessing that's already 60 because, and it's already gray, so you don't need that. So we are fully done. You can delete those if you want. It doesn't hurt to keep them there, but sometimes it actually does. So I would not put redundant because sometimes you're trying to change something, you change this 350, but if you have that at 175, it's just going to make an error, right? Because this is meant to be in the middle. So try not to keep redundant, shall I say, dimensions on there if you don't actually need them. I'm going to teach you one last little trick that is going in the next lesson. And to make it look like this right here, we're going to extrude it. I know. Extrude? What is that? That is make it three-dimensional. Just a flat, like pancake. And so we're just going to extrude it real quick. And let's just do whatever. 25. Sounds good. Oh my gosh. It looks exactly like that. So cool. Nice job, folks. Give yourself a pat on the back, and we are done.